consequence if you eat any of these foods that I'm going to show for you right now, such as this one. What about this one? What about this one? And also this one. As you can see, none of you raised your hands, and that's fine if it's something you're not used to, but as surprising as it may sound, these are all kinds of fruits. At least how fruits looked like 400 years ago. So then we come to the dilemma to what you consider as being a fruit. So what are fruits? If you get from a biological point of view, fruits are considered as part of a plant and that it has seeds. However, and hopefully you consider plants as being something natural, something that is in the environment, and that it was not human-made, and it's part of our landscape. But what if I told you that fruits are not as natural as you may think? So I'm going to get some examples from how fruits looked like in the past and how they look right now. There's this corn, and this is how it looked like in the past and how it looks now. Of course, the corn is not a fruit. I just want to make my point here. And there's also carrots, and that's how they looked like before, and that's how they look right now. And also, whatever the heck this is looked like before, and how they look like right now. So there's also some other radical examples from cucumbers that they used to have thorns, and now they do not. And also bananas that used to have black spots inside of them, and now they do not anymore. There's also eggplants that is a very different example, since you're used to see eggplants as being purple and with this shape. But if I told you that these ones are also eggplants, but they are called as savage eggplants because that's how they looked like before. They were yellow and red, and not purple as we know today. So my main point here is that humans have domesticated fruits and they made them in the way they want, so they made fruits pass to artificial selection. Basically, only the more fleshy ones, the juicier ones, and the ones that have more lycopene, that's a substance that makes these reddish colored fruits, were the ones that passed. So a good example from these situations are watermelons, that they used to be like that, and nowadays they're like this, so they are juicier, and also they have more this reddish color inside of them. But not only have humans changed the appearance of fruits, but also they have changed the shape. For example, in Japan, nowadays they're doing watermelons that are squares and rectangles, and are not anymore as spheres as you used to know before. So, what if I told you that this way, making fruits being changed would also might lead them to be extinct? So you should enjoy bananas while you can. But why did I get bananas as an example? Because bananas are a very peculiar fruit, and also they are not as other fruits since they do not have seeds, and they have different characteristics from other plants and animals. They are considered as being triploid beings, meaning they have 3 sets of genes, and other animals and plants usually have 2 sets of genes, meaning they have one from the dad and one from the mother, but bananas have one more, and this characteristic makes them being infertile, meaning they cannot reproduce by themselves. The only way they are going to be able to reproduce is by human spread, and so a person would have to go and cut a piece of the palm, the banana palm, and then plant it somewhere else, and this plant will be genetically identical to its heritage one. So you can see that bananas started to be famous around 1830s, and then around 1930s they started to decrease the amount because there was an epidemic in Panama where fungi destroyed a whole banana plantation, and that decreased the amount of bananas. However, nowadays you can see that it increased again and everyone eats bananas again. But my point is that since bananas are genetically identical, how can it be bad? Well, I believe you have already learned about genetic alternation. That is something that makes it possible for plants and animals not to go extinct. But bananas cannot do that. Since they are all the same, they're considered as all being clones. So if a threat comes at hand and it attacks one of the banana palms, it's going to destroy the whole plantation, since they cannot create a different defense system to protect from that threat. And how is it that bananas are close to be extinct? It's because they have already found fungi all around the world that could potentially kill all banana plantations in the world, and if it gets to the countries that produce these bananas, it will potentially end all bananas. So my point here is that you need to keep in mind that you should enjoy bananas as much as you can while you can, and also that everything that you thought that it was poor effects actually are not, and have been fooled all along, since not only are fruits not as natural as you may think, but also bananas are not going to stay forever and ever. Thank you.